So it came to me. And that's when I was like, that piece was there for a reason. But I had one bay. I signed on as a lease for one of those bays. I only had one door, essentially. And it was gonna be smaller than the space at Saddle Creek. And I was looking at it and I was so excited. And then, Brittany did the video for me. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm opening a storefront. Oh my gosh. But then the contract for the next one fell through. My landlord was jokingly being like, you may need that second spot because I had just launched the activewear collection. He's like, with all the new collections coming out. And I was like, is that an option? So yeah, it all happened very quickly. I was in Saddle Creek for maybe a month and a half when they addressed me with this offer. Hey everybody, I'm so excited to announce a special announcement. We are here in front of the storefront. However, follow me. Wait. We're here in front of my other storefront too. We have expanded to the second spot over, and it's gonna be a huge store so that we can keep an airy experience for y'all to be able to experience all of the space that we have, to be able to feel comfortable and not crunched in, and be able to expand on lines that we're bringing in and inventory, and we're gonna have events and it's gonna be amazing. Today we're meeting with the contractor and we're gonna start this process. It's been insane and it happened so fast and I'm so excited. So welcome to the full Shelby Jewel 2 storefront. Isn't it crazy? It is so exciting! Okay, so here's the situation. It's Monday, January 25th, and I had a phone call with the project manager as well as my mother-in-law on the second space, the space that's right next door to me. And it's a go. Burb and I are so excited. I did it! I signed the lease! Again. Good. Yay! Oh my gosh, I signed the lease! I signed it! I was in Saddle Creek for 6 months. I'd signed a 6-month temporary lease. And so I opened it in November. I think I opened it actually on my 3rd anniversary of Shelby Jewel. I think I did, if I remember right. My brain's a little, no. I did my friends and family event on my 3rd anniversary. And I ended it, the lease ended, the end of May. So here is where I am with the process. It is now, it's February 9th, and at the beginning of January, I wasn't really like super stressed out because I was like, well, I have so much time. But now it's February 9th and I'm like, I have to be open in May. So we gotta get going. The past couple of days, I've met with 4 designers, met with them, felt out who can hone in on my style the best, who do I have the best connection with, and then obviously budget-wise, because that's a huge thing. Basically, who can bring my vision to life and who do I want to work with the best? And for me, I just had a gut feeling with the one that I wanted to go with. They were all so wonderful. Memphis, we have
an incredible amount of talent here. And so I just want to say that. We have an incredible amount of talent in Memphis. And then I also reached out to some contractors to get bids. So we're just really waiting on all of that. And I'm hoping to have all of that ready to go and decided this week so that I can start getting permits for the construction to start. You have to have like certain permits to start construction on things for the city. We're getting ready for an influencer press trip that's coming in about 2 weeks. On top of that, while that's happening, me, Sophie, and Ashley and Brittany, my videographer and photographer for that week, are going down to the beach to do a full bathing suit / spring summer campaign. And it's going to be amazing. I'm so excited. So there's just lots going on. Okay. So it's President's Day, February 15th. And we've hit a bit of a snowstorm. At least a snowstorm for Memphis. I'm supposed to have a design meeting tomorrow with Avni, my designer. I've picked my designer.
My name is Avni Pathak, and I am from Winston-Salem, North Carolina, born and raised, and we moved to Memphis about 13 years ago. I got into design by going to East Carolina University and originally going to school for graphic design and then changing over to interior design and really finding my niche in that. After college, I worked for the Nature Company and moved up to DC and set up their stores and just fell in love with that and worked with that company for several years and learned their vision with how to set up their stores, the flow of retail. That is where I fell in love with setting up stores and how design and display come together.
Soph and I are here. We're doing Operation Sneak Around and Get Measurements for the store. So we're going into stores and acting like we're shopping, but we're really just looking at dressing rooms and measurements.
There's nothing shady going on. We're just trying to get information.
Correct.
And this is the best way, I think.
Yes. I'm basically looking at the dressing room for this one. Seriously? God. Basically looking at the dressing room for this one because this is what I'm modeling mine after because I love the idea of the closet aspect. It's the 4th day that the shop has been closed, but we are thankful to have friends who have 4-wheel drive and got myself up here. We have a big influencer press event on Tuesday. And of course, I'm not gonna be here because I'll be shooting content at the beach for spring/summer. So I've been really FaceTiming with my manager, Kaylee, on that.
So the influencer event was a little stressful. Me and 3 other girls taking on like 20 influencers. So it was a lot. And again, like I'm a perfectionist, so events are a way to portray your business and the way you portray yourself. So it's huge when all these people are coming in that have 10,000 plus followers and they're literally recording everything we're doing.
Sometimes it's just hard knowing that like you're having to still lead a team that's here in Memphis and then also do a full campaign day to night basically. And know that one of the biggest events that you could possibly hold at your shop at that moment was happening. So knowing that I had a place down at the beach, I was like, let's go to the beach.
intense shoot. I got my fish ready to go. We've got Sophie in the back. We've got Ashley in the back, who is waving out. And Brittany is behind the camera. Oh, well, there she is. And we are, we've got some bathing suits. And we have some spring pieces.
There's a lot.
And I got a haircut.
Which we stand for. I love it.
Which we what?
We stand for it?
Stand for?
Yeah.
Stand for this? All right, stand for this.
It's a lot for me to process in my mind to make sure everything is being done the way that I wanted it to be done, essentially. Which at some point you have to kind of like let go of the reins in some areas and let it fly and let your girls that you hired do what you hired them to do. So, planning a trip to the beach we had 2 interns, and then we had my videographer and photographer, Brittany, of Bridge Films. She's part of a whole crew that are amazing. And we decided to do it the last week of February. But leading up to that, we knew we were gonna be shooting a lot because it was gonna be 3 major campaigns basically going out. So each day that we were down there, we would do one campaign. So getting stuff ready, it was fun. We had a lot that I wanted to shoot down there.
Okay, so I have pulled everything for our beach shoot. We have our swimsuits and then our cover-ups and our outfits. And then I have pulled, I believe, all of our accessories. I'm not taking any shoes because we only have a certain amount.
I wanted it to be, like a lifestyle, like this is what you can take to the beach kind of thing. We had swimsuits, we had dresses, we had sets, we had so many accessories, we had towels. And you kind of have to plan them day by day. Like what do the collections look like? What goes with what? What are we gonna pair with the swimsuits? What are we gonna do the first day? What are we gonna do the second day? When are we gonna do the third day? When are we gonna do the beach day that, we have to get all sandy, what does that all look like?
I'm hoping that because of the snow, we're able to do a style session beforehand. If not, we're just gonna have to do it the night we get in and we're gonna be tired, but we have to do what we have to do, and we have to make sure that we write down everything that is photographed together, styled together, so that online we can tell y'all what products are ours in the photo so that you can shop the full outfit.
So I basically had to have, meetings with my team and divide all that up and get it ready. And I also had to prep them. I was like, look, we're going to, you're gonna be in charge of getting the behind the scenes, you're gonna be in charge of being here and getting all the stuff ready, and then vice versa when Sophie, my other intern, was gonna be the model. But we had to also pack everything up. We had to, some things we had to leave on hangers, and then other things, we had to put in suitcases, and it was just, that car was packed when we left. We get there and, it's a work trip. It's my place to go down to relax, but you're leading these people that are down there with you. And so there's only so much that you can kind of, take off to relax in the sense of being a boss, being the head of the trip. And so when we got there, we unloaded everything and took it upstairs. Yeah. Seems like unpacking things and taking them upstairs is my theme. But we set it all up in my room for the trip, and that night we had to style for the first day, which was the next day. So we were up till midnight. We had driven 8 hours. Driven. We had driven. We had driven 8 hours. We drove 8 hours. Whatever. What's the word?
You had it right both times.
So we were up till midnight doing the styling. We had to create the first campaign, get everything into an Excel sheet. You know, Brittany had to get all of her equipment ready for it. We set a time to wake up in the morning, get some breakfast, and then head out. Each day was from morning to sundown. It was long days, well worth it, but long days.
We have one more left. We have like 91 pieces of clothing. And then we have 91 pieces of like accessories / beach accessories kind of thing. So 3 literally full days of waking up, eating breakfast, shooting, and then nights of editing and styling. Like I don't think we went to bed till midnight every single night because of it. So
Later than midnight.
even later some nights. Yeah. So it's been a dream.
We're almost done. Yeet.
On top of that, knowing that my team was back here in Memphis, and Kaylee was, Kaylee's my workhorse. She gets things done. She's my, right-hand man. But we had a big influencer press trip happening at the shop the same time we were gone that I had really put together as a huge event. And she had, 1 or 2 sales associate and an intern. And I think it was a lot. It was a lot. Sometimes it's just hard knowing that like you're having to still lead a team that's here in Memphis and then also do a full campaign day to night basically. And know that one of the biggest events that you could possibly hold at your shop at that moment was happening. Fully trusted my gals. I just know it's a lot for me to process in my mind.
Soph is finishing her last look, and then I'm gonna get back to doing the looks we've done for me. 10 more, it's 4 o'clock, so we're really pushing it, but we're gonna get it done. It's been such a great day. It's beautiful. Owning a business, there's been some, not hiccups today, but things that can bring you down and be like, owning a small business is hard, but you just keep going. You just keep going. So that's what we do.
When you're shooting from day to night and you're also having to make sure that things at home are going okay, you just get exhausted. It's just exhausting. It's, mentally draining. And so you have to watch yourself, because we would get done with our shoots and then we would go back upstairs. We would eat dinner and we'd go back upstairs and we'd have to style for the whole next day. And that doesn't end until midnight. So, you're waking up at 7 a.m. to get ready, and then you're going to bed at like 12:30 to, but you're exhausted. It's not like you just you went to work and then you hung out, you watched Netflix. It's like you're working the whole time to bring your customers what you want the vision to be seen as. And so it was for 3 days straight that we did that. All day long, we would do photos, product images, videography, reels, social media content. We would have to go back to the house, change, come back down, find a place, do it. And it was fun and we had laughs. It's a lot of work. Would do it again in a heartbeat.
Oh, I just want to go sleep in a pool.
Full wrap!
That's a wrap.
Just a wrap.